Welcome back, listeners. This is Katie, and right now, it's just Katie. I am here to let you know that this episode, Bridget will not be here. Wah! Miss you. Love you. Enjoy your time off, Bridget. Girl is busy. Girl is making money. Girl's living life. So we're going to have a couple guest stars joining me on some of these episodes. So give a listen, give a like, all the good stuff. And yeah, Bridget will be back when she's back. Surprise. You know, it's a surprise for you. It's a surprise for me. It's a surprise for us all. So enjoy.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello. Welcome back, listeners. Who I got here? Who's here? Who's with me?
Hi, everyone.
It's Julie. Do you guys remember Julie?
I'm so happy to be back.
Julie, your episode from whenever we did that, which was Children of the Corn, was the number one episode of whatever year that was.
Oh my God.
That's what Spotify told me.
I think it was last year.
Oh God. Okay. So like 2024?
Yeah.
You were the 2024 like guest star of the year, basically.
Wow. What an honor.
So she's back, y'all. And,
I hope that this episode is just as great.
I mean, it might. I don't think the movie's as good as Children of the Corn. Oh God. Oh no, conflict. Okay. Maybe we'll be. All right. Let me introduce ourselves in the podcast in case y'all are new here. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
And I'm Julie.
And, oh God, are there any quotes? Do you know any quotes for this movie? I feel like maniacal laughter could be one.
You remind me of a cult sometimes. Is one I wrote down.
Whoever said that was correct. So,
and I said, "Well, you remind me of a cult."
Yeah. So, wow. What's the movie this week, Jewel?
We watched The Village, classic M. Night Shyamalan movie.
This is the 2000s M. Night. Oh my God! Sorry for the crazy dog barking. That's Bear. I'm not in the village.
Bear.
I don't know what he's barking at.
What does Bear see?
I don't know. Oh God.
Who can't be named?
Is there anything red outside? Oh geez. This is early 2000s M. Night. And boy, I kind of wish I had like the sequence of his movies up because we did Signs, which I'm like a huge Signs fan and advocate. And I don't know. I don't think a lot of people love Signs. But I do.
I think it goes Unbreakable.
Oh, I love Unbreakable.
Sixth Sense.
Oh my God.
Signs.
Wow.
The Village.
Wow.
Is my guess.
Okay.
Because The Village came out in 2004.
Yeah.
On my birthday.
No, it didn't. That's crazy.
It did.
Ooh,
I
remember summer horror movie. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
July 30th,
oh my
2004.
God.
I remember making my mom take me to the movies.
On your birthday? To see this
on my
movie?
birthday to see this. Even though I
Julie,
don't
what?
typically like a scary movie, especially at that age.
Oh my God. Yeah, we were like 13.
13?
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
That's so funny. Were you scared when you were 13-year-old?
Oh, I was terrified.
Were you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember having to like leave the theater because I was so nauseous.
Oh my God.
Because I was so afraid.
That's how I reacted to The Ring, but
and
to
let
this
me tell
movie?
you,
oh my God,
I did feel a little watching it again.
Okay, well, it's definitely. I think we're adults now, and it's funny. I don't feel this is much of a horror. Like I wouldn't call this a horror movie.
No,
I feel like
agree.
It's like suspense, maybe.
But the suspense was great.
Yeah, All right, so let's do this. I want to hear the Julie 13-year-old on your birthday synopsis, but now you're not 13. It's over 20 years later. So give me a little synopsis of the movie.
The movie focuses on a group of people living in a village.
Yes.
What seems to be olden times, not modern day. Very rustic. And they clearly fear this creature that attacks from and lives in the woods. And it goes through how they fight and protect themselves from these creatures, and how they live in these dark ages.
Yep.
But also not really.
But not really. Yeah.
Like, I want a prequel to The Village. That is what I want.
I think I would like that better, because I want to see the elders, which are the names of like the older folks in this village. I want to see the elders, like, you know, group meeting. We're like, hey guys, we got a great idea. We're gonna make bloody costumes. We're gonna fear-monger.
How did they get the costumes? How many boars did they kill?
This, honestly, I thought of, and I think it came out before this, I thought of Saw a little bit, because of like the pig head thing. Like, I'm like, did we get a little inspiration, M. Night? I don't know.
Did Saw come out before this?
I think Saw was like early 2000s, or at least before 2004. But, like, I remember the trailer for this movie, and again, you said the age, like, we were 12, 13, which is, you know, everything's scary at that age. Mm-hmm. We don't know what the world is, and I remember the trailer being, like, scary, and then I watched the movie, and even when I was that age, I felt, like, a little bored, and, like, now I'm older, and I think still felt a little bored, but there were things that I liked now that I didn't maybe care about when I was like younger.
I feel like the focus was on the cinematography.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stretches of silence and just no dialogue.
Do love that.
I do remember, and I felt the same way on the rewatch, feeling like the first glimpse of the creature was very anticlimactic. Like, what is this porcupine?
Kind of looks like a porcupine. I'm like, a big ass porcupine. I mean, what's it gonna do to us? Is it gonna shank you with its back?
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I think the way that it was directed and composed made it scarier.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. With good old M. Night, who we love. I love him. And Julie, M. Night, for you, Philly native. Philly. I mean, hello. Yep. You know, he says water and Drr and Reese's Pieces.
He probably would say go birds.
He'd say go birds. He's having a hoagie from Wawa. Like, we love him. His whole thing is like, he's known for, you know, his twisty turnies. And I just think, like, I don't know. I think everyone was expecting the twisty turny to have something to do with the creatures. And there kind of is one. But you don't get that at the end. You get that, like, it feels like the middle of the movie.
You do. And then there's, I have some timestamps in my notes.
And then there's, like, another twist that doesn't feel, like, I don't care about that one. And that's supposed to be, like, the big twist. And I'm like, but I don't think I care. And then the movie ended. And I was like, all right.
I will say before we go, like, scene from scene, just at the top, the cast.
Oh.
So good.
Okay. My girl Sigourney Weaver.
She's
if you're gonna put her in your fucking movie as a fucking elder, she better have more lines. Because I swear to God.
And not go after a married man.
Boo.
What is she doing?
Like, why are we doing Real Housewives of the Village?
She is lonely in that village. They did not recruit enough single older men.
No. And, like, William Hurt is he, like, the president elder? Like, is he?
It seems like it.
Whatever.
He seemed like the mastermind.
The lady who plays the sheriff from
Cherry
Signs
Jones
is in. She's one of the elders.
I wrote her down. I love Cherry Jones.
I just wish she wore a sheriff hat that kept getting bigger and bigger, like Scary Movie 3. And then my favorite, I love him even though he's a crazy person in real life and he's got some problems, Joaquin Phoenix.
I love Joaquin.
Love looking at him.
I love Joaquin.
Love him.
He's
Joaquin.
Yeah. And I will say, oh my God, what is her name?
Bryce Dallas Howard. She's great.
Howard.
Yeah, she's good.
she did so good.
Yeah, I liked her in this movie a lot. She plays Ivy, and she's blind, and it's kind of I guess it's a plot point, but it's, again, kind of weird.
Right. It really, ups the angst.
Yeah.
Levels.
And then, Julie, we can't leave out two-time Oscar winner, who is a person I don't like, and I think I'm the minority in this, Adrien Brody, and
I'm with you here.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Just something about him.
There's something about him that's off. Maybe it's because he's constantly casted in these roles.
Yeah, yes.
But I will say, the first thing, we got the creepy intro. We have the great cast list.
Yeah.
And then Adrien Brody immediately bringing the vibes.
Bringing or bringing down?
Bringing.
Oh, bringing.
Up.
Oh, they're up there. Okay.
He's setting the scene on, I think, what we can expect.
Wait, Adrien Brody? You mean, are you talking about the Harry Potter?
In the first scene.
The Harry Potter guy who's crying over the dead kid?
Doesn't Adrien Brody play?
Adrien Brody plays the mentally challenged man.
Yes.
How is he bringing the vibes?
I think he sets the scene. That first scene where they show the long tables of almost like the first Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And you see him you get a clear picture of what's happening in this town. Okay, we're set in the 1800s. Spoiler alert, we're not.
Right.
We're seeing the interactions. We're seeing, this is clearly like a funeral luncheon.
A funeral for a 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, woe is us. There's nothing we could have done. And when you find out the twist of the movie, I'm a little shame on everyone. But
exactly. Yep. The other point I want to make on the cast is Anne Roth was head of costumes. And I looked her up. She has some iconic movies behind her.
Does she do period movies? Because I feel like she'd be probably great.
She did Mamma Mia.
Girl!
The Birdcage and Signs.
Okay.
Among a lot of others. But those were the 3 that I wrote down. I was like, wow. And I think she nailed the costumes.
Yeah, I did so I liked the costumes. I liked the acting.
Mm-hmm.
I
liked the composing.
It was
James Newton Howard. I wrote this down too, because I had to be like Bridget.
Okay, yes.
He did The Hunger Games.
Oh.
The Dark Knight.
Ooh.
He also did Split. So we have another M. Night.
Julie.
And ER, the TV show. I was like, this is great.
I mean, again, just mentioning you and I, our connection with M. Night. Do you remember we saw Split in theaters? Do you remember what day we saw it on?
No.
We saw it on Valentine's Day.
Oh, we did.
We sure did. And so not a romantic movie.
Foreshadowing.
It's just a metaphor. So, I
feel like cast was great.
Cast was great. Definitely good talent connected to this movie. I think I don't know, sometimes the sets, listen, I don't know history. I'll be the first to say it. I can't tell you where things are on a map, but I just felt like some of the set stuff, I was like, I know it's olden times, but it feels like cosplay olden times a little bit 100%. With some of the cabins.
And that's essentially what they were doing, right?
I mean, it was what they were doing, but I guess, I don't know, I felt like that was a little bit of a giveaway, and I don't know if that was purposeful or not. And then they had safes with locks and keys, and I was like, when was that invented? Because wasn't something Ben Franklin and a key something? I don't know.
And there was no electricity in this town, which is why I'm, and obviously no running water, why I'm we need a prequel. What's the backstory that the elders gave? Because Ivy knew that other towns existed. She knew that the towns were bad.
Yeah.
A bad place to stay away from. But she clearly didn't have a full understanding. It seemed like she was born and raised in the village.
Yeah, I think most of anyone who wasn't an elder, I think that was the setup, as they were born and raised here. But my fan theory is all these people had maybe something akin to COVID, and they literally lost many of their brain cells, and then were the only way is to go live in secret in this nature
backstory. right? They give it of how they met at the trauma therapy.
Counsel, yeah.
The group therapy, they all had something violent and traumatic happen to a loved one in their life, and that's why they're like, we need to flee civilization.
Was William Hurt
too dangerous?
The counselor? Is he the mastermind behind this all?
I think he was the one who Ivy's dad, right?
Yeah, and it was like his father was the millionaire guy who had all the money that basically owns the nature preserve.
And he was the history professor at Penn.
Right.
And so he had this idea, obviously knew about... I picture them in, like, Valley Forge.
I mean, like, by definition, this is a cult.
100%.
Okay.
That's what I want to see. Like, how did the cult gain a following? Because clearly those 6 elders, or however many there were, didn't procreate and make this whole town, or the whole village.
Well, and Joaquin Phoenix, that means he was born, and then his mom, because she tells the story about how his dad was murdered, and it was not murdered in the town, it was like murdered in like real civilization.
Exactly. He, in that clip where they show them standing outside the grief counseling center.
Yeah.
She's holding him as a baby.
He's like a baby. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She's like holding an infant. She's the only one holding an infant.
Ultimate psychological experience, I suppose, is doing this bullshit. But I just don't like when we're like, oh, we got to let children die because we don't want to go somewhere that we know exists and is safe to get to. And like no one's going to question us when we go there. But like now I'm sad because my kid died. Like it feels a little too topical for real life and this administration. I hate everybody. You know,
I think, like there are methods of saving lives that we choose to.
People are choosing to let death happen and So all right,
to stick with the plot. And I just want to know like the whole psychology behind it. Like why yellow and red?
That's a question. Why ketchup mustard? Why
how would
McDonald's?
They ever re-enter society?
We won't. Certainly Ivy won't because she went
and I
right
have
the
thoughts
fuck
for like the very end too. Exactly.
Yeah, like I don't even know. There's a lot of choices that were made, and so the rules are yellow's a good color and it keeps away bad things. Red is a sign of like evil, and the evil represents these. You think I thought there was like supposed to be more than one of the monsters.
Well, they had like 3 different costumes.
Yeah. But I thought like everybody in the town assumed there were multiples.
Right.
It wasn't like, hey, there's like one guy coming around, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like little boy's dead, dad is sad, Adrien Brody is a mentally disabled individual who the tone is like, we're all sad, and Adrien Brody's like, yay! And they have like these there's a circumference to this town, this village, whatever. And there are outposts where people get stationed to keep watch for these monsters. And then they're like, can give signals of like ringing a bell. And then everyone knows like, oh no, we got to go hide from these monsters.
And in every house is like a safe bunker to take cover in when a monster comes into town. But it doesn't seem like there was ever any death by monster previously.
Thank you. Because that was another thing. So, I'm like, okay, so nothing's
just
happened.
Drum up all this fear.
Right. Like nobody has like a wooden stick. We don't want to stick Adrien Brody on them with a wooden stick because he's like violent. Or a knife. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Oh, another, I don't think he's an Oscar winner, but another famous actors, 2 of them I got here is Jesse Eisenberg. Plays a random townsman who's just fucking... This was pre-Social Network, which is so weird. And then Judy Greer is Ivy's sister, who's a little thirsty girl. But you know what?
Oh.
When you're in the village, what else are you gonna do? I, too, would go to Joaquin Phoenix and be like, let's get married, we never talk. I'm down.
Exactly. Joaquin doesn't say a single word. I loved this scene.
No words.
I say, oh my God, Joaquin's standing there dumbly while Kitty professes her love, and then the cut to her crying is so good.
And I wrote, and that's so me. Sometimes.
And then they show her crying, and her sister, Ivy, comforting her with the whole family watching. And I said, if my sister was comforting me with the whole family watching and then started singing, I'd cry harder.
I mean, but again, like, we don't got TV. We don't got...
There's nothing.
Don't got music. We don't got nothing going on. Like, the way these people entertain themselves is so fucking funny.
Spinning around with brooms.
We're spinning with brooms. We're
hitting
each other with sticks. We're racing into the woods, but then we're all like, uh-oh, woods are bad. So that's weird. But you do find out that, like, so Ivy, it's like, oh, Ivy's super nice. She is totes blind again. Not that there's, like, you know, medical miracles to change that even in our day and age, but, you know, we all do.
A glasses prescription help.
Did she go blind because she had an infection we could have cured and nobody cared to do that, and I'm going to get mad all over again at William Hurt. Anyway, Ivy's nice, and we all appreciate her, and she's self-sufficient, she can get around, she uses, like, a cane, whatever, and she's nice to Adrien Brody's character, and then you see her kind of connecting with Joaquin Phoenix, and they have these, like, conversations that are, oh god, they feel a little fan fiction, where
100%.
It's just a little, like, yeah, so remember when we were kids and you'd always, like, hold my hand? And, like, why'd you stop doing that? Did you stop because you like me? And then I was like, what? And then he's like, yes. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like, Ivy, you are a presumptuous little thing.
She's like, I know my sister, like, you know, wanted to marry you, but, like, you didn't want to marry her because you want to marry me, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah, obviously. Like, the summer I turned pretty. This is the village.
This is the village happening in the woods. And Adrien Brody's like, I'm here too, guys. I'm like, oh my god.
I guess there's, you know, 4 eligible people in the village, so.
Yeah. Oh my god. And have you ever seen the movie, Cabin in the Woods, which is another horror movie? Okay, you know the guy who plays the stoner in that movie? The character's name is Marty. He's like one of the stoner people who kind of gets to the end of that movie. He's the guy that Judy Greer marries in the village. And cause I kept being like, wow, who is this guy? Like, I had to do like a pause the movie, go on IMDb, like, let's look it up. And wow, that just like fucking sent me, man.
Wow.
It was weird, but, you know, Julie, I just have notes here that are kind of continuing the setup of, like, yellow good, red bad. Oh no, there's red berries. Oh no, not good. And then there were some, like, animals that are being left around town that are dead and skinned.
Horrifying.
Yeah, okay, So are we supposed to believe those were done by Adrien Brody?
Well, I think in the beginning they want us to try and believe that the creature did this.
No, I know that, but
also, like, these villagers had no critical thinking skills.
None.
Like, how could an animal skin another animal?
Oh yeah, because they're like
breaking.
It was
a coyote.
Coyotes. It was like, guys,
how the fuck would a coyote skin another animal only? Like, neck down.
Like, very precise, you know, knife skills happening here.
With a knife that a coyote was going to wield.
Yep. You know what?
Use their claws.
Anything is possible in the village. But truly. At the end, are we supposed to then believe that was all Adrien Brody?
I think so, because it seemed like the elders didn't know. They believed that none of them were doing it. And that Adrien got into the costume and figured it out, I guess.
He figured out how to skin animals with a knife? When his pastime is hitting people with sticks? I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And that, like, out of everybody in the village, he was going to be the one with the dexterity to do it? I don't know.
Does this movie portray people with disabilities in a bad light? Because, like, we're making the mentally disabled man the villain. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Right.
Like, unless we interpret in the sense of, like, hey, this is a man, once again, who, if he was in modern day society, could have been getting a lot of supports and therapies, and his life could have been very different had the elders not ruined everyone's life, and this is all the fault of the elders yet again.
Yes.
Okay, if we interpret it that way, I feel better about it, I think.
And I think we can interpret that Joaquin Phoenix is on the spectrum.
Okay.
And
there's definitely a lot happening.
He's on one end.
He is, but I love looking at him. I love him.
When he grabs the hand.
Okay, that is the scene I remembered in my brain. And I think that was also the scene where I was kind of like, is this movie really, like, it kind of feels a little like a love story.
100%
like,
is. Talk about writing fan fiction.
Yeah.
I'm going to write fan fiction about Joaquin holding my hand.
Holding my hand. That scene's so great. So they're all like, what happened? Judy Greer gets married. They're all having a big party time. The wedding that they have, I was
Beautiful.
like, somebody's having this wedding today. Like,
yeah.
That's another reason I was like, I don't think we're in the 1800s. Like, it feels like I'm down the road at the wedding venue.
We're paying a lot of money for that rustic charm.
You guys booked this like months in advance, okay? But it gets interrupted because the creatures are coming. And like, okay, again, was this Adrien Brody? Or was this the elders? Because it looked like we were all partying.
I was trying to scan the wedding to
who's
see
there?
Who's missing.
And why. It must have just been Adrien Brody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It must have been. I said, God, he's so hot grabbing her hand with the swell of the strings in the background.
Yeah, because the whole thing is like, everybody's got to hide. And Ivy's like, I'm going to stand here with my hand out because Joaquin, whose name was Lucius. Lucius. Lucius loves me and he's always going to come protect me, grab my hand. And she's like, Ivy, girl, you can't see. And there's like a monster coming. And you see the monster coming. And she's like, he's going to come for me. And he does.
And he does.
So sweet. They love each other.
And as this is happening, they're flashing to the classic M. Night, like, alien reveal, like in Signs, where you just see nothing and then the creature walk by. And this is 30 minutes into the movie that you get the first glimpse of the creature.
Yeah, it's creepy when you don't know what it is.
Right. And that leading up to the suspense.
Mm-hmm.
But so they show the creature with these like crazy claws. Can the claws open doors? Like they go.
Probably not.
All of the townspeople are like under a floorboard in a tornado storm shelter with their shutters closed and like the house boarded up to try and stay safe from these creatures.
Right.
How do the creatures get into the house?
Well, they're people.
Right, but again, like critical thinking.
Yeah. Well, and this is another thing. If I was a fucking elder and we're trying to have a wedding and it's interrupted by one person who we don't know who it is because all the other elders are in the room and we know that it's not bad, I would go tackle that motherfucker.
Right.
And we don't need to like unveil it's a person. You can just be like, I killed it. Everybody look away. And then when everyone looks away, you can figure out who it is. And then you could like reprimand that person. And then you can continue your fear-mongering. Like they were all just like, what do we do?
Emergency town meeting. We're going to interview everybody.
Yeah, I was just like, I hate the leadership happening. There's no leadership happening here.
Yes.
This is the worst.
My suspicious number one, the part porcupine, part boar creatures.
Yeah.
They're wearing matching red cloaks to the yellow cloaks.
They do match.
They're the same pattern, the same cloak.
It is
just
made
in
by
red
the
felt.
same seamstress down in the cabin. That's
and I
right.
said, suspicious matching cloak that no one suspects.
Yes.
Because that's what the townspeople have seen, is like this scary thing in a red cloak passing by. And then in the morning, or when they all come out and it's safe, there's red markings on the doors.
There's marks on the doors. That was from the trailer. Sigourney Weaver says it.
Which is like supposed to be assumed, I think, that the creatures left these red marks on the doors.
The creatures are like, we're into paint now. We're into skinning animals.
This is out of like the Old Testament.
There's no other reason we're doing this. And then isn't this the part where Lucian's like, it's because I saw some berries.
I walked into the forest.
And I'm like,
wait,
but Adrien Brody runs in the forest every day. And like, again, guys, like, are we enabling? Are we enabling what happens here?
Yeah. We also don't have any timeline.
No.
For so it all seems like this is all in fall.
Yeah.
Like the forest is constantly twiggy.
Lots of leaves.
So how many weeks has it been since Kitty professed her love to Joaquin?
I felt like everything happened in
1 week.
4 days. Yep. Like, I was like, of course she's marrying someone tomorrow. Like, that is normal for everyone.
This is Pride and Prejudice.
It just makes sense. I did write a note that a lot of people didn't, like, scream enough and kind of acted like they were on Quaaludes. And specifically when we get to the part, which I guess is another twist, kind of, where Adrien Brody's finally like, Ivy, what are we doing? It's Tuesday. Let's get engaged. And she's like, totes, you grabbed my hand that one time. I'm ready. Let's do it. And then everyone's like, yay, they're going to get married. And then
no, Joaquin. Yeah, Joaquin.
Joaquin. And then Adrien Brody rolls up and he's like, Joaquin, I got something for you. It ain't a stick, buddy. And he shanks him. And Joaquin, no screams. Nobody yells. Nobody.
Okay, this happens.
What?
51 minutes into the movie.
Oh,
this is halfway through. There's still a whole another 15 minutes left in this movie.
Yep. Yeah.
First of all, though, just to back up, Joaquin's little love soliloquy
is
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Written out of fan fiction.
And it's like on a, like, they're sitting on a porch and it's like
mist.
Twilight and misty. I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. It is like Pride and Prejudice, now that you say that.
It truly is.
Very Wuthering Heights, Heathcliff.
Yeah. I'm like, why are they speaking like this? This is incredible. But yeah, and then Adrien Brody showing up all sad. The silence of the scene.
Yeah.
And then him stabbing the shit out of him.
Shanks him.
And going back for more.
And Joaquin is just like, I guess I'll get shanked. And I'm like, but should we make noise? He doesn't. And then you kind of like, I guess he's dead. That sucks. He's not dead. But this just goes back to the ethics of like, well, guys, we don't have any, like, literally no medicine. It just makes sense.
We can just wrap him in.
We'll just put some leaves
natural
in there.
Fibers.
Yeah, we're just gonna hope that. You know what's funny about this movie too is it's like it doesn't go in a religious direction, which I think would have made more sense if they had been like, we'll just pray and it'll be fine. Like, they're just kind of like, I don't know.
There's no religion.
Like,
they're
so useless. I'm like, you don't even have like a fake answer to give. You're just like, well, you know, what are you going to do?
And we haven't developed any medicine in the 30 years we've been here.
Nope, they got none. And so Ivy's like, bitch, I'm engaged. I'm trying to marry that man. And now he's bleeding and I'll go get the medicine.
Yeah. I'll take my blind ass through the forest.
I'll go, because everyone else is a little bitch, and I'm over it. And I'm always a fan of the woman saving the man.
Me too.
We love that. She's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm trying to, like, get laid. And let's go. And I'm like, go, girl, yeah.
I also find it so interesting, so then you have, like, the little, like, sidebar of elders trying to decide if it's a good idea to send Ivy into the real world.
Oh my god.
And I just need to know, okay, so you lived in the real world for 30 years, let's
probably longer for some of them.
Before you decided, like, we're gonna head to the village.
Yep.
And now you're speaking in olden times English in the village. When you go to have a one-on-one with your buddy from the real 90s, like, are you dropping the village speak and talking in modern day slang?
Are you being like, what you talk about, Will?
What you talking about?
Sending the blind girls to the woods.
Are you secretly like singing old jingles and like moving on up and like the old TV themes that are like stuck in your head?
Guys, like, remember Full House? What did Stephanie Tanner do on that show?
Right.
In this situation?
Cut it out.
That's the cut of the village.
And then all of a sudden,
exactly.
And then all of a sudden, a child comes into view, and you're like, "Oh, gotta talk like it's olden days again."
Oh my god, I fucking can't.
That's what.
So, like. Oh my god. Well, listen, William Hurt runs the town, we think, and he, without anyone's other consent, he's kind of like, all right, Ivy, I'm cool. He's like, you're literally, you know, I love you and you're mine and you have a disability, but I don't give a fuck, and I'm not going with you, even though I could, and I could help you.
I know the way.
Not gonna go.
And you know,
not going.
I have a wife who can take care of my children while I'm here and a whole village.
He's like, I literally know the shortcuts and I know it's safe and I can do it, but...
And I've interacted with people and cars and money.
And like my dad is like, the millionaire that owns this nature reserve we live on, and I could just name drop and like we'll be fine. But anyway, you're gonna go by yourself. And he's like, nah, Ivy.
My blind child.
Yeah, he's just like, Ivy, I gotta show you something, and it's gonna be scary. And again, this is midway through the movie, so you're like, okay, what is it?
And also, like, she can't see.
She can't see, which is
she can see auras. She can see colors.
Oh, yeah, that whole stupid thing.
What color is Joaquin? Probably red.
What color is he? Did we find out?
I don't know. She wouldn't tell you. Don't ask.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to tell you. But when he brings her to the shed and says, like, you have to promise not to scream.
Yeah, he's like, it's dark in here and it smells like blood, but like, don't scream. And she's like,
don't worry about it. Just trust.
Yeah, and the reveal is like, hey, it's like a costume. It's my costume. I keep locked in this shed. Okay, nobody's ever snooped in here.
Absurd.
Don't
right.
worry. There is a window.
Got curious.
But yeah, it's all good. And she's like, what? That's crazy, Dad. And he's like, listen, we gotta keep people in here, and that's what we did. Is that literally his only explanation, by the way? Is it's like, we just want to keep people here?
Yeah. We can't let people wander and find the road.
And she's just like, okay, no more questions.
No, literally not another question. There were no
so
questions
stupid.
on like, well, what year did you come here? What is it like out there? What am I not knowing?
Okay.
So you've just been lying to us for this whole time? Like, it's crazy.
Here's the thing. So he reveals there's no monsters, but then he's also like, but Ivy, there's also magic rocks. And I'm like, okay, wait, hold on.
This is what I was thinking.
This is a little confusing.
How crazy the cult mentality goes so deep she knows it's all fake.
Yep.
She knows that there's no actual like creatures besides like normal forest creatures coming to kill you.
Yep.
Yet she's still so afraid. She still has to have the yellow.
Has to have magic rocks.
Have the magic rocks. I would want a friend and like a guide with you. But
yeah. They were stupid though. They like literally did nothing.
Also, I had the subtitles up. The one guy's name was Christoph. Not Christoph. Oh. Not Christopher. Christoph.
Is it because he stopped going with her in the woods? Because he was a little bitch who stopped being brave.
That's a good one.
Wow. So the only thing I guess that the dad does say, but I still don't really know how the magic rocks fit into this, is he's like, there has been someone, we don't know who's been putting on this costume going crazy. So, they might be out there. Anyway, still not gonna go with you.
Anyway, see ya.
No knives for you. No fire lamps. Nothing. Magic rocks.
No lantern. Nothing. You got some rocks.
And then he's just like, see ya. Galore.
Right.
Like, so crazy.
And then he starts to kind of tell about the story of how, or I guess like the movie starts showing how they got there. And it's just like, have we tried actual therapy?
Have we done...
Before starting a cult?
Have we, maybe cried a little? Have we stopped blaming society and, changed our perspectives? We haven't done any of that, Julie. Instead, we're doing...
Instead, we have 30 minutes left in the movie as she's starting her journey.
This, I think, is another problem with this movie, because when you watch the trailer, like, obviously so much of the focus is on, like, the creatures and, like, the mystery with the creatures and the setup and, like, something's creepy in the village. And a lot of the trailer is also this, like, whoa, the blind lady is alone in the woods. How'd that happen? And, like, how's she gonna do? So it does make you feel like it's gonna be so much more of the movie. And I think she's only in the woods for, like, maybe 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes, yeah. And it's not...
Because then she gets... Yeah.
It just doesn't feel super suspenseful, because you're like, okay, we already know, like, it's a person. Like, Like, I just kind of wish the dad didn't tell her about the costumes.
And just let her in there and was like, good luck on the journey.
She was going to go in anyway. So
It's
I feel
true.
like it would have been, like, if you're going for, like, suspense, it would have been scary. And you could have kept everything else exactly the same. Where then, because what happens is the two dudes abandon her. She got this bullshit magic rock. She falls in a hole, and then she gets out of the hole, and then the creature shows up, which we know isn't a creature, and it chases her, and she tricks it, and it falls in the hole, and shanks itself, and then it's Adrien Brody. You could have kept all of that, and not told us ahead of time that it was, like, people. And then we could have been like, oh, it's people. Like,
yeah.
I just hate how they did that.
I was still a little scared.
You're like, is this like supernatural Adrien Brody? What's happening?
Well, first of all, how did he make those growling sounds?
I don't know.
He makes the craziest snarls.
How did he skin a fox? I don't know.
Again, how? And then her being so afraid, she acted so well. She was so afraid. You hear like the cracking and the creaking,
the
and
crunchy
like
leaves.
Yes,
love it.
And the snarls in the background, and like you know it's not real. And at this point, like you know that it's Adrien Brody's character.
Yeah,
but still, like I was on the edge of my seat. I just needed her to hold on to that cane. She threw that cane around woods.
She did. And then it broke at one point. So
it broke. And every point, she just tossed it like she didn't need it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you are in uneven grounds. You need that cane.
She needs a cane. And Adrien Brody's dead. And you're just like, well, that's crazy. I don't know. And then she finds
this giant hole.
In a hole. And she's kind of like, anyway, see ya. And, you know, I don't know if she even knows it's him.
No, because she can't see his face.
Right. So then she climbs over a wall and then, like...
How did she know where to go? First of all, so she finds this road.
He
tells her, you know, you walk a half day's journey, you're going to find a hidden road.
Get the road, you know.
How did she know which way to turn?
How does she know what a road is? How do we know how to climb an ivy wall? How do we know?
I don't know.
Anything that's going on. And, like, the fucking guy who works at the stupid nature preserve, who's like, hey, where'd you come from? The woods! There's a village in the woods! So it's like these fucking enablers! Everybody's enabling. I hate everybody. And he sneaks her medicine and doesn't tell anyone, and he doesn't even tell her, like, hey lady, do you know you're like living in the woods? Like, I'm sorry.
He's like, let me just get you a ladder so you can go back over the fence.
Can we all, listeners,
and I was thinking this too.
Everybody here, can we all just like promise each other that if a strange woman appears from the woods and she clearly is disabled and lost and confused, can we offer some help? Can we like, check in and make sure we're not like doing a Patty Hearst situation, that we weren't like human trafficked? Like, we just didn't ask enough questions. This guy was like, that sounds like a good time, lady. Have fun in there.
He's like,
watch out for ticks.
I get it.
You know?
This is great.
Yeah.
So when they showed him going to get the medicine and like sneaking it away from M. Night.
Who's the boss.
M. Night sitting there.
LOL. Yeah.
And they showed like, you know, the mini fridge with the medicine and like the microwave and the TV or the radio. They showed like a bunch of bananas. And all I could think, I was like, Ivy's never had a banana in her life.
Oh my God, that sucks. Her potassium's probably so low. Damn. That's such a good point.
It's so funny.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then, so she makes her way back with the medicine. It seems like he's cured and back to being healthy. My question is, I feel like it left a little bit of an open-ended.
Yeah.
Where he was saying, like, the question was, like, do they re-enter society? Like, is this the end of the village?
You mean William Hurt, the, like, cult leader guy? Yeah, because he's talking with the elders.
They all just stood. Like, they was, like, silent, and the elders just stood one by one. What does that mean? Does that mean, yes, we're standing to leave, or we're standing behind you, we're in the village?
Oh, see, I took it as, like, they're like, we're gonna keep villaging up in here, because then he was like, so anyway, Adrien Brody's dead, and he was the guy stealing the costume and skinning all the animals. You know, sucks, but hey, he kept up the lore. And that's what we care about, is that our fear-mongering lore, and now everyone knows that Ivy killed one of them, and Ivy doesn't know who it is. And, you know, when people ask, where's Adrien Brody, we're just gonna make up
We're
a
saying
story.
sacrifice.
Yeah,
He was killed.
he just disappeared and we never saw him again. And don't ask questions. And I think he was saying, like, because of all that stupid shit, we could continue to fearmonger.
Mm-hmm.
And
now
should
that
we?
Ivy knows,
Right.
Ivy is ready to become the next elder.
Right.
And continue it on.
And they were all like, I guess. And I was like, okay, but remember, next time someone gets shanked, which could be today, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do this again? We're going to, one more time, go in the wood? Like,
Right.
can we just, like, get some Costco memberships and stock up? I don't know. Like, why? We don't need to live this way.
I will say, yeah, like, it's so interesting to, like, this could exist in this time.
This probably does fucking exist.
Cults.
Out in Appalachia? Come on. Like, I believe that. The scariest
Right.
thing to me is cults. Like, because I'm like, that's real. Like,
it's so real.
People are doing
it's
that
so
right now.
easy to fall into.
Yep.
It's fascinating and terrifying at the same time. Which I think is another reason why I do really enjoy this movie is, like, the psychology of it all and how it came to be. Not just the suspense, but, like, that is so scary.
I just wish there were, I don't know. Maybe I just wish, like, some of the editing and, like, story stuff was shifted
the other
around
big
a
thing
little
that
bit.
I picked up, me getting deep with the village.
Let's get deep.
is
Dig the hole.
there was a theme of exchanging one love for another throughout the whole movie, right? So Kitty's character, she, like, voiced it first when Ivy went to her to be like, I love Joaquin Phoenix, don't hate me for it, but obviously, like, if you say no, even though you're married now,
Yeah.
if you say no, then I won't marry him because I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're my sister. And she's like, I'll never stop you from loving him, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, my love for you, what did she say? My love for you isn't going to stop just because you love him. Whatever it was, something.
Yeah.
And then it goes on throughout of, like, are they going to let Ivy's love die, Joaquin die, to protect the secret?
Right.
No. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
we need to save him. And in doing so, then Adrien Brody's character died.
Oh.
And so they, like, traded one son to let the other son live of the elders.
Just a lot of death, man. I'm like, I hate it.
And they're, like, picking and choosing
Yeah. Very, like, I don't
who
know.
they bend the rules for.
Julie, here's the question. Do you think if the children of the corn came to the village,
Ooh.
who would come out on top?
First of all, you got Malachi versus Lucius. So we have two old, crazy names.
Malachi would be spitting the word of the corn lord, and Lucius would be like, I don't say words, so careful.
He's like, I'm going to need 10 minutes to process
he's
what
like,
you just
"Let
said
me-
and come up with my response.
Let me think about that for a long time and quiet. Yep.
I mean, the village has literally no survival skills.
That's another, I'm like, I just...
How did they survive, like, Pennsylvania winters?
How do we not get sunburns? How do we...
There's no suburbs, right?
I don't know. I'm for some reason I'm thinking of the Matrix. This is like a terrible analogy, but like Bridget and I talked a lot about this for the movie The Matrix, because the whole idea is it's like when you're in the Matrix, like you think you're living one life and it seems like modern day and whatever, but then when you leave the Matrix, which is supposed to be a good thing because you're kind of leaving, you know, being under control, then your life kind of sucks and it's sad and everything's like terrible. And I don't know, it feels like I don't think going to the village is better. Like in their minds, they're like, this is the best. And I'm like, but is it? Or do you guys like wear scratchy clothes now and get ticks and mosquito
Another
bites?
thing is, like, they left modern civilization because it was so dangerous and volatile and they all had death, right? And then they come to the village thinking that they're going to escape that.
So much death.
But yet it's still there.
Lots of death.
Because you have Adrien Brody who viciously attacks Joaquin Phoenix.
He's stabbing everybody. I just...
Right.
8-year-olds
skinning animals
are dying.
And so it's like, you can't escape that aspect of man and humanity.
So like, what's the fucking point? Like, what are we doing? I just...
Right.
I don't know.
You just now made it harder to survive it.
People have said about this movie, like, this is rated not too far below Signs. And some people are like, this is like M. Night's, like, you know, underdog movie. I just don't feel that way. Like, I do think it's pretty. I do think the acting's good. I just don't like the fucking story. Oh my God. Did you ever see Lady in the Water?
I was just going to say, it is.
It's better than that.
This is on his down.
This is where we're downing. Yeah, because then we got Lady in the Water. Oh, he did The Happening. That one sucked. Devil was...
It wasn't until Split. Remember when we were like, M. Night's back?
Split was like the bring back. I liked The Visit. Did you see that of his movie? That's where it's like the two little kids go to the grandparents' house. And it's creepy. I didn't see...
Never forget The Last Airbender, what he did with that.
Okay, that's bad. After Earth, too, was also, I think, a really bad movie of his. Glass, which I didn't see, but I
liked Glass.
I feel like I'd like it. He did that movie Old. I don't think I'd like that. Nah. I think the story looks stupid.
Knock at the Cabin.
Did you see that? Ron Weasley's in it. You liked it?
Meh. I'm not itching to watch it again.
And then did you watch Trap?
No, I haven't seen any of his others. The Watchers,
I watched
Trap. I haven't seen Servant.
The Watchers I did not watch. Oh, those were all like producers. So Trap, like, he did with his daughter, I think. And it was okay. I appreciated the Josh Hartnett resurgence. And Josh Hartnett was a great serial killer. But I don't know. It's just, I feel a little for M. Night. Because I think it's like he had something that was like connected to him, this whole idea that like everything he does is going to have a twist. So that I feel like you get typecast in a way where you feel like you have to always like do that, and that's probably hard.
But I think it's there. Like, I'm less critical about this movie than you are. I liked it. I think it's like middle of the pack for me. Like, you know, it's not my number one M. Night movie. It's not my worst M. Night movie. It is, I think, right around top of the middle for me. I would watch it again. I think like I like the idea. I love a cult. I like the idea of this village being created. I just want more. I wanted more dialogue. I want more story. Like, I want more history of it. I want more like after. Like, I want the prequel and I want the post. Like, I want Ivy and Joaquin now as the leaders.
That could be interesting.
Right, because they have to like keep it going. So is it still, have they developed, like, you have to think, did they invent anything? Where did the people take the village?
Oh my God, imagine if they're like, and now we've invented a computer. Don't ask questions, children in the village.
A plane went over.
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't stop the planes forever. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I wish he just did things a little differently, and I think it would have worked more for me. How did they continue eating? Because they killed all the livestock.
They're all dead.
What are they eating?
We've all got salmonella. I don't know. Okay. Maybe we're vegetarians now. There were no crops. I just want to point that out. I didn't see any veggies. So, no
they
fruit
talked
trees.
about, like, the wheat field or something, but, like, what are these people eating?
I don't know. They secretly, the elders are, like, door dashing. Like, don't worry, guys. We'll pick it up in the woods.
Don't worry about this red bag.
Yeah, they're not coming in there. It's all good. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, so, Julie, you would watch The Village.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't. But...
It's okay.
Maybe sometimes I like watching movies if people haven't seen it. I might do that, like with someone, but
will I ever watch it again? Probably not, because it's not actually streaming. You have to rent it.
Yeah, that's annoying.
But like if it went on streaming, or if I was like at my parents' house who has cable.
Yeah.
And it was on TV, I might stop the channel.
Right. Okay.
If there's nothing else on.
That's fair. Well, you know, Julie, I just want to say, if some man that you were engaged to after one conversation got shanked by a guy in the village, and we're in the village, I would offer to go get the medicine either for you or with you. And I feel like we would, like, murder the creature. Like, I don't think we'd be like...
And then get lost in the woods.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be like, like, I feel like we'd be like, attack. Like, we're on the offense.
For sure.
And I do that for you, because I love you.
I just want to say, if you came to me after a therapy session and said, hey, I'm packing up, selling my house.
This could happen, Jewel. Careful.
And won't be reachable ever.
Oh, God.
You can't mail me or talk to me again. I love you so much. Goodbye. I would say,
oh, no.
Sit your ass down and let's talk.
You're like, which elder got to you, Katie?
Yeah.
Remember when you said you didn't like cults?
Give me their cell phone number.
Hold on a second. Oh, God. Yes. That's...
No cults for us.
I'm scared.
Except for the cult of Taylor Swift. That is one I am in freely.
That's fine. She doesn't indoctrinate anybody. So, yeah, I love that.
Only in the best ways.
In the best ways, right. So, well, and listeners, if you also would go in the woods are fun, okay? I like being in the woods. I love the nature.
Bundle up, don't get ticks.
I'm trying to hike. And I'm not allowed to hike in the village. Fuck off, elders, you know?
Stay away from the red berries.
Give me some berries. Like, what if they're delicious? We don't know.
No strawberries for anybody in this village.
Oh, that's so sad. I know. They're like, their lives are just so sad. And if you think that, like, they're just... I know it wasn't really a horror movie, but, like, it could have been. Maybe.
There were aspects that were horrifying.
But it wasn't, and we just... deal with it. And if you think that, man, Joaquin Phoenix is just nice to look at, I tell you what, like, lucky us in the village. There's got to be at least one if you're in a cult village, because if not, what's the fucking point? What are we doing?
You're not going to follow an ugly man.
No.
Although we have a rising cult in America that is following a not attractive man.
And I say yet again, should we all run in the woods and break the system? I don't know.
Red is the bad color.
Red is evil. It is. It sure fucking is. Yes. So if you think all that, you should write us a review. We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. And we also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So there's a form you can fill out, and your request goes on a list. And we look at the list every now and then, and we will do it eventually. I would love to do M. Night Shyamalan's movie Unbreakable. Not the Kimmy Schmidt Unbreakable, but Unbreakable with Bruce Willis.
I do feel like the Unbreakable split and glass trilogy needs to be a mega episode.
Love that. Oh, that would be fun. I would quite enjoy that. Samuel L. Jackson. Oh my God.
I'll come back in 2026 for that.
Okay. We'll prep that for, next year.
I get once a year.
Once a year, yes. Yes. So, I don't know if you guys got an M. Night movie that you want us to do, put it on there. Please don't put any of the stupid movies, because I'll just ignore them. Okay?
No Lady in the Water.
And you can, also on our website, donate money to us. So you can just send us money, and that's cool. We sell merch. You could buy some merch. If you want to start a Sisters Who Seen It cult in the village, they need new colors. They don't have pink. They have yellow. We have yellow in our logo, so that's a good color. So let's just introduce pink and see how people feel about it. So check all that out, listeners, and we hope to hear from you. And big thank you to Julie.
Thanks for having me,
thanks
Katie.
For coming in the woods with me. I mean, always a good time up in here.
Always.
Oh my God. Yes. Love you.
Love you.
Love it. Okay.
I'm going to go not be in the woods.
Don't do that. Yeah, careful. Watch out. Unless Joaquin's in there, then I support it.
Unless Joaquin's, and he can grab my hand.
Woo! Girl! Fanfic. My God, I love it.
That's like second base for him.
I love it. I love you.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.